guys, what's up? It's Angela. So after our intro video, I thought that we need to tell our personal stories. And you can go to my Radiate Naturally page and see my other story, which is fine. But I want to keep everything consistent on the Exodus group. So if you watch my other story, cool, but if not, fine. I'm just going to go over a lot of that stuff and then why me and Molly came up with the Exodus group. So I've been in this fellowship since 2001, and in 2001 that was a really interesting time for me because I'm 21. I am finding myself. I feel like I always tell people that I discovered penis, or better yet, that my vagina saved my life. And I really do mean that, because if it wasn't for me being horny as hell, I probably would have married one of the brothers in the congregation, and I probably would have married someone that I would be very unhappy right now. I would not be the person in front of you today. And honestly, it was...
You'd be feeling trapped.
Right. I would be very trapped, and I would be... And I know a lot of you do, who are probably watching this and still in the congregation, feeling very trapped and not feeling yourself and not able to be yourself because you had to live a certain way. So at that time in 2001... that summer, me and a friend of mine at the time went to a concert or whatever, and she got mad at me because I left her. I kind of walked fast, and she was walking a little bit slower. And, cool, what have you. And I told her where to meet me at, and I was there waiting on her, which was cool. And she got mad at me, so she told the elders I was having sex before marriage. Now, I think she guessed, because I never told her I was having sex, but she guessed the right thing. And you know what? So what? At that point, when the elders approached me, I was ready to go anyway. Subconsciously, I didn't know this at the time. But I'm so thankful that when they approached me, I said, yeah, I'm having sex. What? Now, mind you, I had been regular pioneering for a year. I just got out of regular pioneer school. Like, literally just got out. Like, books still had notes in it and stuff. Like, had just a picture on the wall. And I was on my way to Belleville. My dad's an elder. My mom's a pioneer. My family's the It family in the congregation. We got those cliques, right? So my family was that family. Besides the other family, which was the Washingtons. We were right under there. And so... for me to get this fellowship, my dad almost lost his position in the congregation, and he was hot. And they literally did tell me, they said, let's go back. So I go through my
judicial committee.
Thank you. I go through my judicial committee stuff.
Hearing or whatever it is.
And by the way, another voice you may hear is Molly.
Hiya.
She doesn't want to get on camera today, but she's here helping me out. So, go through the judicial community, and, at the time what's really funny is that it wasn't weird for these guys to ask me questions as in, how many times have I had sex? What position have I had sex in? What was the other question? Have you had oral sex? Have you had sex with women? Have you had sex with men? Did I enjoy sex? How many times did I orgasm? Brother Robbins asked me how many times I orgasm. Let me just sip on that one right quick. Get your wine glasses today, guys. This is a wine glass time. Cheers on this one. We need wine on this one. As you know, with this group, we're going to deal more with the emotional stuff. So on that one, how many times I orgasm? I don't know. All I know is that shit felt good as hell. And if I had to leave the congregation and keep doing this, well, you see where I am now. So, they asked me also how many times, because I started having sex in May. This is funny that I actually know the date that I lost my virginity. Because it's also my baptism date. But anyway, hey! So, well, it's not the same day I got baptized,
right,
but yeah.
The anniversary.
Yeah, it was the anniversary of my baptism date that I lost my virginity. Thanks, Michael. And, so Brother Robbins asked me, he said, yeah, how many times have you had sex? And I had sex in May. This is in September. How many times have I had sex? And I'm like, By that time, I'm so jaded. I'm like, I don't know. They say more than 5. Like, yeah, that was today. More than 10? Yeah. More than 20? Yeah. And then one of the brothers, I think Bobby tells me, he says, well, more than 50? I'm like, do you mean from May to September? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Huh. At that point, one of the elders went, and took a sip of his water. And that was funny to me because in my head, I'm like, you're married. You should be getting it that much. You're not getting it that much? Maybe you should get it that much. Are you jealous? And at that point, I was living in Macon, moving to Atlanta. That next week, I had a job that I started on Monday. So this is probably Friday night. I had a job I was starting on Monday. And so they sat down with me and they came back and, did their prayer or whatever. And they said, listen, unless you can move back to Macon, will you be reinstated? We know that you want, because at that time, of course, I wanted to come back. Of course, I was, trying to, come back or whatever. And because it's all I know. And for those of you who are not witnesses that understand this, it's really, really important to realize that when you're in a bubble this big and all you know is this bubble, it doesn't matter if it's right, it doesn't matter if it's wrong, it doesn't matter if it's
all you're allowed to know.
If this is the only bubble that you're allowed to know, and this is your comfort zone, everything outside of this bubble is scary as hell. However, sometimes you kind of know you need to do it, but at the same time, everything outside this bubble, your comfort zone, is scary as hell. And so, yes, I was trying to get back in because that's all I knew. My family's there. My friends are there. I don't know anyone else. Actually, the guy that I was living with at the time, I had only known for 2 or 3 weeks. And he drove me down to Macon at the time to help me out. And he didn't understand what was going on. But I had only been living with him for 2 or 3 weeks so I could get my job in Atlanta and move forward. So I've always wanted to live in Atlanta. I've been wanting to live in Atlanta since I was 9 years old, like literally 9. So this all happened when I was 21 years old. So no one's stopping me from my dreams of living in Atlanta. And they said if I stayed in Macon, they'll privately reprove me. Or publicly reprove me. But if I move to Atlanta, I'm getting this fellowship. Now, during that time, the thing is this. You know us. Us as Jehovah's Witnesses, this is whatever. We don't not show up for a job. We don't, like, if we're going to say we're going to be there, I think most of us now, even now, my friends know, if Angela says she's going to be there at 10 o'clock, she's going to be there at 9:58. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just it. That is so programmed to me that it's so weird to be on CP time, if y'all know what that is. Like, it's just so weird to be 15 minutes late. It's so weird to be on African time, Jamaican time, whoever's time it is.
That timing.
I don't get being late, and I don't get showing up to a party late, and I literally have to work myself to be to a party 30 minutes late, and I'm still the first one there. Anyway, so I said, no, I have to go to work on Monday. They said, all right, you're disfellowship. May Satan take you, or whatever the hell they said, and because, they give you back to Satan or whatever, because, they tell you that you're Satan's now.
Oh, they didn't tell me that. I didn't, yeah. Wow.
So they don't pray with you and they just kind of leave. And they want you to be there that day that they announce. Now, First of all, first thing, right now, let's just go ahead and get a look. They want you there to be there to establish control over you. I didn't show up to the announcement of my disfellowshipping. However, I felt guilty as fuck for not being there. And I knew what time they were announcing because we run on a system, of course. And at 8 o'clock, I was in Walmart in Jonesboro, Georgia, walking around with my boyfriend at the time. And I looked at my clock and I just sighed. So I knew that was when I was getting this fellowship. And I felt bad for not being there for some reason. What in the hell do you mean I'm feeling bad for not being there? So that people can look down on me. So people can stop look at me like I'm crazy. So people can look at me and go, and turn your friends, the people that you once beforehand, before they announced this shit, would die for you. Now look at you like you're the shit of the earth.
First, you get to witness the heartbreak when they make the announcement.
And then your parents or whatever. Oh, really?
Yes.
We have to go over that then.
You get to hear the gasps. And try to sit there and be stoic. And scoot out at the end song.
So, but it's still control.
Mm-hmm.
That's still very much control. So, over the past 20-something years now, almost 20 years, I've grown, I've grew, what have you. But I literally say I've been out of the truth since 99. So it's 19 years now. Been out of the congregation, the truth. I still call it the truth sometimes because it's a habit. So therefore, if y'all are on here and I still say the truth, don't inbox me and tell me, you're still been out for 19 years and you still call it the truth. I have been programmed. I am still constantly deprogramming myself. So, you know what? Thank you. But, yeah. Things happen. So I've been out of the organization for 19 years. I don't think I mentally got out till a year or two ago. And I really don't know what started me on this journey. I really don't know what started me on this wake-up call. It might have been a little bit of after I graduated from college 3 years ago, my mom stopped talking to me again. At one point, she was talking to me once a week, once a month, just to make sure I was okay, whatever. We would talk. Me and my mom were like this. We look alike, we act alike, we talk alike, what have you. We actually see things a similar way. Like a lot of people call us twins. But about 2 years ago, maybe 3 now, right after I graduated college, she looked at me and said, I can no longer talk to you. You are whatever you are. You choose not to live this lifestyle, whatever. And we'll get into that too. I really do believe it's because I was now that I'm in a very successful and strong relationship, she can no longer talk to me. Because when I was in those unhappy relationships and abusive relationships beforehand, that similar to my father, she was right there. I think she's a drama queen. And that's just it. And if you're watching this, I'm calling you out. Then call me. Oh, wait, that's right. Yeah. You can't. Because Jehovah God would not let you talk to your daughter who God put in your belly.
Right. God of love.
But God is love. Please please help me understand that. Oh, because I'm a sinner. We all sin. You sin today. Everybody has sinned today. You're sinning right now. We preach that all the time. But God is love. And Jesus hang out with sinners. That's the one thing I've realized so far. Going to church or what have you. Like I still go to church. I'm mixed denominations now. But I still enjoy going and learning about the Bible, what other people believe. And the one thing I've seen, universal. Jesus hung out with the harlots. Jesus hung out with the sinners. Jesus hung out with the lepers. But we can't take care of those who've been kicked out of the truth.